Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and as long as I haven't shouted myself hoarse at the football today, well done the Blues, I will be able to present you with a video. I'm looking to do this puzzle called Renbanage by Celery, which I'm told is pretty difficult. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. It is a Renban puzzle, basically. Oh, a few killer cages as well. So we will... I was assuming Renbanage was... because Simon uses age as a suffix to almost any word to make it into a noun about doing it. But actually it could be a portmanteau of Renban and cage, I suppose. I don't know. Anyway, we'll do that in a minute. We have, of course, got 5 days left on Patreon to have a go at Jay Dyer's brilliant numeric alchemy Sudoku hunt. It's fantastic. It's pretty hard to get through the first 5 puzzles to get to the prize entry, but it's much harder still to get through the other 10 puzzles to get to the number that you would have to do to get your name read out by Simon. Do give it a go if you fancy it. Also on Patreon, my monthly crossword went up yesterday, the Times Monthly Club Special, very hard cryptic. If you're interested in those, it's there. What else have we got going on? We've got our apps and our merchandise, of course, so do check the links under the video for those. And we streamed yesterday. Was it yesterday? It couldn't have been yesterday. It was. It was yesterday night we streamed. So the VOD will be up as well. If you didn't watch us having a second go at Taiji, you could catch up with that. So that's on the channel. But so is this. This is the first link under the video to Renbanage by Celery, who we've featured before. Always pretty difficult, frankly. So I'm a little bit... is trepidatious a word? It ought to be. Now, normal Sudoku rules apply. So that's the numbers 1 to 9 in every row, column, and 3x3 box. Every purple line contains a string of consecutive but non-repeating, obviously, digits in any order. So this line could have 6, 7, and 8 on in any order, or 3, 4, and 5, say. Digits in a cage must sum to the total given and not include any repeat digits. And we get 1 given digit of a 3. So that's all we get. It looks like there's a lot of Renbans, but what keeps me afraid is that they are very short Renbans. There's nothing over 3 cells long. So in a way, there's very little information there. Do give it a try on the link. I'm going to start now, so I'm going to restart my clock. Let's get cracking. Well, I mean, what have we got? I think this is a thinker, isn't it? You have to just think about what to do with these rather than plunge in. There's clearly something going on with these L-shaped cages and the Renbans that connect them on the right angle each time. Oh, okay, well... Okay, one thing I know about 4-cell 12 cages is that there are only 2 possible fills of the digits involved. It can either be 1, 2, 3, 6 or 1, 2, 4, 5. Now a 3-cell 10 cage, that has, I would say, 4 possible fills, and a 4-cell 14 cage probably has 5. I'm giving myself a tolerance of 1 there. But anyway, the point about those is they're less helpful. Now, I might try and concentrate on this 12 cage, because it has only the 2 fills, and 2 of its cells are seen by that 3. So they can't be 3, they're in the same box. Even though more cells here are seen by the given digit, that is a bigger number with more fills. So let's have a look at this. Oh, okay, right. I'm seeing now that boxes 2, 4, 6, and 8, they all have the same sort of pattern in, don't they? They have 2 3-cell Renbans, actually in the same shapes. And then they have 2 cells in the cage and this other one. Right. Here's what I hope is an intelligent question about these, which is, where does 9 go in any one of these boxes? And I mean, at first you're thinking, well, that's stupid. 9 has 9 possible locations, and maybe you can rule 2 out of those because they're in the cage. And you can. Okay, so I'm actually going to uncolour cells that can't be 9. So obviously you can't put a 9 in a 12 cage and fill the rest of the cage, because there are 3 digits that have to add up to 3, which is nonsense. So, and they have to be different. That's the point about that. Now, that is also true in these 14 cages, because there'd be 3 digits that had to add up to 5, and the least 3 digits can add up to is 6, being 1, 2, 3. Now, 9 also cannot be on these knuckles, if you like, of these L-shaped renbands. And that is because 9 would bring with it onto the renband an 8 and a 7, which would burst the cage straight away. They would add up to 15, but we're only looking to add up to a total of 14. So that works definitely for 12 cages and indeed for 14 cages. So now what digits are left in orange that 9 can be on? The point about these is they've all got a renban on. So 9 is going to be on a 3-cell renban in these boxes, and it's going to bring with it 8 and 7. So actually, okay, the more interesting cells are the ones left behind. So I'm going to make them, let's make them yellow, get rid of all the orange. And these cells don't contain 9, 8 or 7, these yellow cells. Now what do they contain? Well, they also don't contain another run of 3 in their boxes. So say we had 9, 8, 7 there, you've got to put a run of 3 here, which can be one of 4 possibilities. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, or 4, 5, 6. And that's going to leave these with 4 possibilities. They can be 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 6, or 1, 5, 6. So, maybe that's going to help down here. What's going on? There's something else about these shapes. Do they have to be 5 different digits? No, because these two can be the same. That's the only way. If those two were the same, these 3 would be the same digits as on that renban, would be divisible by 3. And in the 12 cages, this other cell would have to be divisible by 3 as well. And would be 3 or 6. That's quite interesting. No, I'm not. I'm just going to try and imagine. Well, if this was 1, 2, oh look, this cell, right. Right, say that was 1, 2, 3, which it could be. That is one of the possibilities for the yellow cells in each of these boxes. This couldn't be any of 1, 2, or 3 because it sees all those cells. That's on the renban where you can't have any repeats. It's also in the same row, but they're in the same cage where you can't have any repeats as well. So what does that mean? Why? That means this would, if that was 1, 2, 3, this would have to be at least 4. But that is possible. Okay, maybe let's think about if this was 1, 2, 3, 6, because that would force the 3 into one of these cells. Oh, then this group of cells would have to be 1, 2, 3. If 3 is in a yellow cell, this is right, isn't it? If 3 is in a yellow cell, the yellows are 1, 2, 3, because the 4 possibilities are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 6, and 1, 5, 6. Yes. Right. So if this is a 1, 2, 3, 6 cage, the 3 is in one of these are a 1, 2, 3 set. That is at least 4. Ah, that's interesting. It couldn't be 5, because if that's a 1, 2, 3 set, it couldn't connect on the renban. Right. So if 3 is in this cage, we get... Oh, well, there's no 4 on it then. It's impossible. That's beautiful. Right. Okay, let me try and articulate what I've just understood. And I might have explained it, but I probably haven't properly. One of the possible fills here is 1, 2, 3. Those cells all see that cell, so it can't be that low. But it must touch these 2 on the Renban. So it would have to be at least a 4. However, in a 1, 2, 3, 6 cage, you don't have a 4. And it couldn't be more, or it won't touch those on the Renban. So I haven't proved that this isn't 1, 2, 3, but I have proved that this is not a 1, 2, 3, 6 cage, because 3 in one of those cells would lead to that being a 1, 2, 3 triple. Right. God, this is complex. So this is a 1, 2, 4, 5 cage. Let's mark that. We know this. Now let's connect up the Renban as well, and bear in mind that we have to make this trio allow another 3-cell Renban that's not 987 to exist in box 8. Yes, okay. Now, this can't be 4, 5. Now, can this be 1, 2, 3? I think it probably can. Yeah, this is a 1, 2, 4, 5 cage. If it was a 1, 2, 3 in yellow, this couldn't be any of them. So again, that would be 4. That would be a 3, 2 pair. This would be a 1 as a result, because we're positing that this is 1, 2, 3. And this is now a 1, 2, 4, 5 cage, so we'd know exactly how it was set up. It would be like that. Right. If this is a 4, 5, 6 cage, and I don't believe for a moment that it could be, yeah, this cell would have to be at least 3 on the Renban, and then these would add up to 3, 4, 5 at a minimum and burst this cage. So this is not a 4, 5, 6 cage, but it could still be 1, 2, 6 or 1, 5, 6. But could it? If it was 1, 2, 6, this would have to be a 1, 2 pair, because otherwise this Renban wouldn't make sense. That would be a 3, which it can't be, because there's a 3 in the box. So it can't be 1, 2, 6. It could be 1, 5, 6. That would put 5, 6 here, 1 here again. So this is a definite 1. Now this, if that was a 6, 5 pair, we're going to get 4 in this cell again, because that's got to connect on the Renban. 7 will burst the cage if we put a 5 or 6 there. So that is a 4. This could be a 5, 6 pair. If that's a 4, this is a 2, 5 pair again. So we know which way round the 2, 5 would be, and that would be a 2. Okay, so we're here. We've got a 4 in the grid and a 1, and that's a 2, 5 pair. My brain has begun to melt already, but we've got something done now. It's taken 10 minutes and we've got 2 digits in the grid. Oh, now, the trouble is, how am I going to transfer that learning, as I suspect I must, to these other groups of cells? Right, got it. Maybe, I don't know. I'm wondering, does 1 have to be in this group of cells? Because things get interesting if it does, in 2 ways. Now, if 1 was not in this group of cells, it would be on a Renban. One of them would be 1, 2, 3. This would have to be 4, 5, 6. I think we may have shown that's impossible. Yes, we have, because in a 12 cage you'd need at least 4, 5 there. Based on the Renban, I mean, that would have to be at least 3. I don't think it even could be in that case. And these would add up to 12. As soon as you add a digit in that cell, it explodes the 12 cage. That is not a 4, 5, 6 triple. Therefore, 1 is in this group of cells. By Sudoku, we can see it's not there. And now, 2 things arise from this. 1, it's not on the Renban. Sorry, it's on this 3-cell Renban, which must be a 1, 2, 3 Renban, mustn't it? Yes, it must, Mark. So that's not the 1. The 1's here. Now, the other thing that arises from it is with a 1 there and a 1 here, 1 is not in the 10 cage. And there's now only 1 fill left for the 10 cage, and that is 2, 3, 5. So, that is progress. It's not an enormous amount, but it is progress. Now, this can't be from 1, 2, 3, because that is. And these 4 have to be different. I think we've proved that down here. These P pentominoes, they're just fascinating. And I bet they're going to be interesting when we get onto the 14s. And I bet that's the next step. Anyway, never mind what I'm betting. Let's look at what we're doing. This can't be 1, 2, or 3 because it sees all those cells just by ordinary Sudoku, and in that case by killer. So that is 4, 5, or 6. It's in a 12 cage. It can't be bigger. Now that's getting interesting. This, whichever one of these is not 7, 8, 9, is not now a 4, 5, 6 Renban. And therefore, 6 has to be in this group of cells, doesn't it? If it's not, yeah, if it's not on a Renban, because 6 not being on the Renban means there is no 654 Renban. In fact, there can't be now. We've established that's 456. And therefore 6 isn't on a Renban. And therefore it's in this group of yellow cells, which I think have to be 2 low there are 1 and 2 and 6 here. Yes. And that leaves it possible for there to be a Renban here that is 3, 4, 5. I don't know which one it is, but it's here somewhere. Remember, in each of box 2, 4, 6, 8, and I've got this memorized, we have a 7, 8, 9 Renban because 9 has to go somewhere. Anyway, 1, 2 there, that's a 3. And this is 1 or 2 to make up the sum. And this time we didn't have a repeat there. This time we do. And that's interesting because I thought the symmetry would prevail a bit longer than this. Anyway, we've got a 1, 2 pair. That's not a 2. One of these is a 2. One of these is a 2. But it could be on this Renban, which would be 2, 3, 4, and then you'd have 5 and 6 here. Okay, that's fine. Now, 1 by Sudoku is in one of these cells. Actually, no, it's in one of these 2 cells because one of these is a 2 and is therefore on a tiny 2-cell Renban that can't connect to a 3 because 3 is in the cage. So one of those is a 1. What are the other candidates here? 4 and 6 because 2, 3, 5 are used in the cage. Right. Now I am delaying the moment when I have to start looking at this P, which has the 3 looking at some of its cells, but I cannot delay it much longer. He says, desperately trying to. No, okay, it's time to look at this. I haven't learned as much as I wanted to from these, frankly, but these are going well. I think these are going well. That is a pair that is a consecutive pair. It's either 3, 2 or 6, 5. Okay, come on, let's have a look at this now. What is this telling us? Right, let's start with this group of cells. This seems to be a useful place to start. R. Is 3 in this group of cells? If it is, it has to be here. And if it is, these are 2 and 1, aren't they? They are. Because once 3 is not on one of these Renbans, 2 and 1 can't be on them either. So there could be a 3 here, in which case there's a 2, 1 pair here. This has to be different from all of those. We've learnt that. It would have to be 4. That would be 2. This would be 1. And the cage would be finished with a 7 there. Hey, hey! Hey, that doesn't work. That doesn't work because of this. Look at this crazy Renban. It can't have a 3 on it. Those 2 3s see every cell on that Renban. If it can't have a 3 or a 4 or a 7, because they're in the box, what 3 consecutive cells could it be? The only cells you'd have left are 1, 2, 5, 6, 8, 9. And obviously there's not a 3 consecutive group in that. So this arrangement, which is the only way there could be a 3 in the yellow, is not possible. And that's good. That is very good. Let's get rid of those. Right. So 3 is not in the yellow. 3 is on a Renban in this box, in one of those cells. I'm going to pencil mark that. Because 3 on the Renban, what does it mean? It means the renban is either 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, or 3, 4, 5. It doesn't include 6. The low renban in this box doesn't include 6. The high renban is 987. The low renban has a 3 on it. 6 has to go in the yellow cells. Now that's getting interesting. That is getting interesting. This doesn't have a 3 on it. That's quite interesting. I'm just going to think about that for one moment before I go back to the 6. It's not 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, or 3, 4, 5. So it's from those digits. It's got a set. No, hang on. It could have a 4. It could be 4, 5, 6. So I can't say it's got a 7 on it. All right, that's fine. So what do we do next? Right, I'm looking at this, aren't I? 6. Right, what if 6 is on the renban? Right, to keep the total down to 14, these have to be 5 and 4. If 6 is here, sorry, I'm not actually thinking about if 6 is on the renban. I'm first of all thinking about if 6 is not in the cage. If 6 is in the cage, we know something about it. If 6 is not in the cage, well, these become at 5 and 4. Oh my goodness. They can't be 5 and 7 or 7 and 8 because that would explode the cage. 5 and 7 would leave you 2 to score in those 2 cells, which would make them double 1. That's not allowed. So if 6 is there, these are 5 and 4. These have to add up to 5, but they can't use 4, which is now in the cage, or 3, which is in the column. So they can't. So 6 is not there. Okay. Keep going, brain. This is good. 6 is in the cage here. 6 is in one of these 2 cells. The cage is either 6, 5, 2, 1 or 6, 4, 3, 1. If it's 6, 4, 3, 1, the 3 has to go here. This is 6, 4, 1. That can't be the 6 because 3 can't touch 6 on a 3-cell renban. So the 6 would be here. The 3 would be here. This would be a 1, 4 pair. Yeah, no, that does work. That's very annoying. Okay, I'm going to have a think about 6, 5, 2, 1 instead, just in case that doesn't work. If this was 6, 5, 2, 1, these 2 have to join on the renban. They either have to be 6, 5 or 1, 2. They can't be 1, 2 because that's not allowed to be 3. We've worked that out before. Therefore, they would have to be 6, 5. This can't be 7 because there's a 9, 8, 7 renban in this box. That would have to be 4. If that's 6, 5, these are 1, 2. And that's a 4. Let's just see what that looks like. 6, 5 there, 4 there, and 1, 2. And that doesn't work because this yellow group is not allowed to have a 4 in it. Because, well, it could only have a 4 in it if it was 4, 5, 6. If it's got that digit, it can't allow another renban to exist. If it was 1, 4, 6 or 2, 4, 6, the other low digits would be 5, 3, 2 or 5, 3, 1, which don't make up a legal renban in this box. So that is not possible. Therefore, this cage is not 6, 5, 2, 1. Man, this is getting complex. This is the kind of case testing that Simon hates. But we now know this is a 1, 3, 4, 6 cage. The 3 has to go here. 6 can't go on the same renban, so we know the 6 goes here. These are a 1, 4 pair. This cell, hang on, we may know more. I was thinking it's a bit like, in fact, in both of these, we've known the outside digits in these p pentominoes, and we've got them again. But this is now either a 2 to connect up 1 and 3, a 2 to go with 3 and 4, or a 5 to go with 3 and 4. But I don't think this can be a 4. Actually, maybe it could be. If that, oh, not if that was a 2, because that would leave a 135 renban in the box. But if that's 645, then we can have a 123 renban and we're all right. So, yeah, I'm kind of stuck again. Every time in these P pentominoes, I get those digits. This pair is a pair, and this pair is a different one, or another digit. Wow, this is such a strange puzzle. Right, let's keep going though, because this is interesting. Ooh, Sudoku time. 3 and 3 gives us a 3 there. This is the 345 pentomino, and this L-shaped one is 789. There's a 5. There's a 5 X-wing. The 5s in columns 5 and 6 are used up on that renban and in this cage. So none of these can be a 5. So the 5 in this box is in one of those 2 cells, and so is the 2. So they're now a 2-5 pair. And I don't think I can use that, which is incredibly irritating. Let me just think about... Oh, well, this is the low renban. Where's the 987 renban? It's not this one. It's here on the L-shaped one again. I wonder if all of these are going to be the 987 renbans. I don't know that yet. It's just a hunch. 4 in this box goes here. That is... Oh, well, that can't be 6. So that's the 3. My goodness. And that's 6. We're away. 5 there on the renban. 2 there in the cage. 2 here in the box. These can't have a 6 in. They're a 1-4 pair. That doesn't fix anything about these. But that 4 looks up here. That 5 looks at this. That takes 3 out of these cells. Let's remove the... okay, 2 and 5. Oh, look, there's a 1, 2, 4, 5 quad. That's weird. Didn't expect that. There's a 6 in one of these cells. These are 7, 8, 9, making up the 7, 8, 9 complements in their column. And I haven't started on, on this, which I'm terrified of. Hang on though. 3 can't go in any of those cells. The trouble is I can't just work on 1, 3, 4, 6 and 1, 2, 5, 6 here, because I don't know there's a 6 in this. Oh, okay, the thing to do, I must have learnt this by now and I haven't, is to try and focus on the yellow cells. These have to exist to allow a 3-cell renban to, a low renban to exist here. I don't know. Oh, none of those can be 3. Right, we've got a 3 in one of those cells. 3 there. Would put a 2 or a 4 here and a 1 or a 5 here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I don't know. I thought I might be able to break through over this side. I'm still looking at it because I can't take my eyes off it. There's a 1-4 pair there, so that's not a 4. Oh, no, those aren't 4s either now. Okay, let's have a look at 4s just in case they're doing something. Well, there's definitely a 7 on this renban now, because it's either 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8 or 7, 8, 9. It's unlikely to help much. 2 is in, oh no, one of those 4 positions. Okay, come on, can't put it off. Let's think about this one. I just think this is a bit less helpful than the others. Oh, for 3 to be on in this box, it has to be in one of these cells. Now, yeah, that's it. If 3 is in the yellow cells, they are 1, 2, 3. That's the only combination that's possible. If those are 1, 2, 3. Anything? I don't know. I don't know what that means. That would have to be at least 4, because it would see them all. It could only be 4 with the 3, 2 renban. So if these are 1, 2, 3, then that's a 4. This is either 1 or 3, 1, 3 or 1, 2, and that's 6 or 7. That's a bit complicated. Oh, there is definitely, hang on, there's definitely just looking at 2s, 3s and 4s in rows 7, 8, 9, there's definitely a 4 there, definitely a 2 there, definitely a 3 there somewhere. Hasn't ruled this out from being anything, I think. Oh no, it does. It can't have a 4 on it, can it? So if it's got low numbers on it, it's 1, 2, 3, and otherwise it's got a 7 on it, like the top one. That's very weird. Not very helpful, but quite strange. Oh, come on, Mark. How do we get into this? So I worked out if 3's in the yellow cells, I know a bit about them. If it's not, it's on a renban. Actually, it's in one of those two positions. Then that has to be a 3, which makes that 2 or 4, and that 1 or 5. Oh, hang on. No. No, that's a consecutive pair. So that has to be another consecutive pair, and they can easily do that. No, that's all right. Okay. Oh, wait. Right. If 3 is not there, yes, I remember what happens if 3 is not there and it's on one of these renbans, then 6 isn't on one of these renbans because it can't touch 9 or 3. Then, so if 3 is not here, 6 is here. It can't be in that cell by Sudoku. So there is either a 3 or a 6 in these, and it's on the renban. Okay, that's interesting. Either a 3 or a 6 on the renban. If there's a 3, it's a 3-2 pair, and that's a 4. If there's a 6 on the renban, does it have to be a 6-5-4 renban? No, it can't have 7 up here. It can't be a 4-5-6 triple, because that would be, well, that can't be a 3. That would be at least a 4. Sorry, this pencil marking is not definite yet. That's in the case that this is 1, 2, 3. So I'm thinking fairly blank about these cells. But what I'm now saying is this can't be a 6-5-4 triple, because those would add up to at least 9. That, and that's if they were 4-5. So that these 3 cells would have to be 4, 5, and 6 between them. Yeah, okay, because of how high the renban would have to be, that couldn't be a 1. Right, so it's not 4, 5, 6 here. Oh, it's not 4, 5, 6 here, therefore 6, no, therefore 4 is on one of these renbans. Because 4, 5, 6 is the only case when it's not. 4's on one of these renbans. Now, it's either a 4, 5, 6 renban somewhere, and that's 1, 2, 3, which is the case we've been thinking about. And in fact, let's just be more specific about the other digits that would emerge. And or it could be a 5, 4, 3 renban, but that would require this to be 1, 2, and that to be 6. That's not going to happen. Right, this can't be a 1, 2, 6 triple, because the renban, you couldn't have 6 with either of the low digits because the renban wouldn't work, and you couldn't have 6 there because of Sudoku. So this is not 1, 2, 6. Could it be 1, 5, 6? The way it would do that is, again, 5, 6 on the renban, so this is always 1, If that's 5, 6, this is a 4 again. Oh, it could be a 7. Hang on. No, it can't. We'd explode the cage with 7, 5, 1, and at least 4 there, weirdly. So this is always a 4, and we've done it again. We've got these two opposite cells again. They're absolutely certain. But this time, I don't know whether this is a 2, 3 pair or a 5, 6 pair. This is a bit of a change. And if it's a 5, 6 pair, we've got 5 plus 5 would be 10, would need another 4, plus 6 would be 11, would need another 3. Neither of those are possible. So that is not a 5, 6 pair. So I do know that's a 2, 3 pair. This is 6 or 7. I can take 4 corner marks out of a lot of cells. So I hope you've been following this. I've barely been following it, and I've been doing the thinking, or the talking anyway. So that's a 2, 3 pair. That's not a 3. Now we can place 3 in this box. I think we might be able to get going a bit now. These come, or this is the 7, 8, 9 again on the knuckle. This is 2 or 5 because it sees 1 or 4, and this is therefore 1 or 4, but that sees a 1 over here. So that's 4. That's 1. This is the Ren band, so that's 2. That's 4. This is now 5 in the box. We've done this one. That's a 4, 5 pair. 2 in the cage. 1 on the Ren band. These can't be 4. Actually, this can't be 4. Yes, we're away again. We've placed 4, 5, 6 on that Ren band. Yes, yet again, the L-shaped Ren band is 7, 8, 9. This can't be 6, so 6 is here. That's 7, 8, or 9. This can't be 6 because 6 is here. 7. Add up this cage carefully. We need a 2. Now, how are we? Oh, look. There's definitely a 2 here now. That can't be 2. So this is a 1, 2, 3. Oh, especially with 4 and 7 being there. This is a 1, 2, 3 Ren band. The 3 goes here. That's very surprising because this is quite the opposite. Then we get a 1, 2 pair here. Now, how are we doing for 3s? Lots marked. All of them. We've done them all. How are we doing for 1s? Oh, very few. Oh, that's weird. How about 2s? Oh, why are 3s so much better? How about 4s then? Oh, 8. 8 of them are done. We put the last 4 in the corner. Oh, look, we got a 3 in the corner. Losing its religion. I can't sing with the voice as it is at the moment. Right, that by Sudoku is 8 or 9. It sees 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 3 in the column, 5 in the row. That gives us a 7, 8, 9 triple. The rest of these in the row are 1, 2, and 6. This cannot be 1 or 2 because it would form a pair and that would be impossible. So this is 6. That is 5 or 7. These are not 6. They are a 1, 2 pair. These two are 5, 8, or 9. I mean, I think a lot of this is coming now. I think I said that a few minutes ago. 5 is looking at that, so it's a 7. None of these can have a 7 in, so the 7 that must be on this Ren band, which I was for no reason about to call a thermo there, is there. 2 in the column is here. That's an 8, 9 pair. What are these? They don't include a 1 because they can't have a 2. They do include a 6 because they're either 5, 6 or 6, 7. So 6 there and 5 or 7 here. Those don't have a 7. We can place the 7 in the box. Got 1 and 5. Oh, that's a 5 because there's a 1, 2 pair in the box. That's the 1. Why don't I know what that is? I just don't. So we've got 6, 8, and 9. That's a triple in the bottom row. That's a 7. That's a 5. That's not 7. That's not 5. That's not 6. So the 6 in the column is here. This is now 5 or 8 according to Ren band theory. That's a 1 because there's a 2 in the box. That's going to do all the 1s and 2s in the world. Yeah, I think they're all done. Are they all done? 1s? Yes, they are all done now. 2s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, 3s are all done. We know that. 4s are all done, I think. I'm going through the digits now, cycling through. Right, 5. Look, we can put a 5 in there and a 5 up here. And there, I think they're all done now. 6s. How are we doing for 6s? They're all done apart from the last one, which goes in here. 7s, though. This is where it gets interesting because we've got a lot of 7, 8, 9 pencil marks. Right. Just researching which one. Oh, look, hang on. 5 is looking at that cell. So box 1's finished. Okay, this is going to get a bit easier now. 8, 7 pair there. That's a 9. That's an 8. This one's 8. That one's 9. All the corner boxes are finished. 8 is here. That is an I-wing. That's a 9. Come on, baby. That is not 9 or 7. 9's in its row, 7's in its column. That's an 8. This is a hard puzzle. I am very pleased to have got through this, assuming I have without mistakes. 9 and 7. That's brilliant, but it is complicated, Celery. I'm delighted to have got through that. That has been tough. Oh, that's clever, though. Thank you very much to Celery and anybody who tested that for them. And thank you to you for watching, as always. Always a pleasure to have your company. Hope to see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.